morning, guys. Matthew with Be Different, and today God is having a sense of humor with me. Last night I was at work. I was dealing with some things, and the particular thing I was dealing with maybe a little frustrated because I didn't care for the way it was handled, and I didn't care for the way it was. I guess handled is the best word to use, but anyhow, today when I opened up my phone devotions, it was Ephesians 4:26-27. It says, and don't sin by letting anger control you. Don't let the sun go down while you're still angry, for anger gives a foothold to the devil. And I can't stress enough, I wasn't angry, but I was just disappointed by how the situation was handled at work, and I just was in a state of not necessarily shock, but I guess shock how deep it could go as far as how the situation turned out. Anyhow, and so I opened my other devotional today, and it's talking about forgiveness. So I think I really do believe that God has a sense of humor because, frankly, he's like, son, yeah, you may not like the way it went, but you know what? It's out of your control, and it's not you. It's you need to forgive anyway. And I'll read you a little excerpt of this. It's kind of funny. So it says, if a person repeatedly hurts you after apologizing and asking for forgiveness, you might be tempted to judge his repentance as insincere. However, you must be careful not to put yourself in a position where you are judging the character of a person's heart. That is only for God to decide. Perhaps God is dealing with a difficult aspect of his character or with his dealings with other people. Or maybe the person was truly sorry, but he just keeps stumbling again and again. If the person is willing to acknowledge his error and ask for forgiveness, Jesus said that we are obligated to forgive them every single time. We must dismiss it, release it, and let it go. And as the devotion says, that's a difficult pill to swallow, because frankly, we just want to hold on to it. Frankly, we don't want to forgive them. They could have made the same mistake over and over again. I know plenty of people who have made many, many mistakes, and to my family or to someone in my family or someone I know, and it could be the same mistake over and over and over again. And our temptation is to be like, well, they're just going to do it again, so, yeah, they apologize, great, whatever. But as Christians and as God followers, we need to forgive them over and over again and let it go. I know in our own life, our own family, there's some issues with different, things about the same things happening over and over again. And the temptation that I've experienced and I've seen is that, they're just going to do it again. And like I mentioned, the temptation is to not forgive them. But God has commanded us that we are obligated as Christians to forgive them and expect the best. We are to pray for them every single time they stumble, so they try not to, so that they are set free from the chains that are binding them to stumble all the time. And it was funny, it coincided with the don't let the sun go down on your anger, because I firmly believe in that verse about many things, whether that's with your spouse and you guys aren't happy about something that's going on. You can't always, as one marriage mentor put it, you can't always resolve it. You may not be able to resolve the issue that night. It could be too late. You both could be tired, whatever. You may not be able to resolve the issue that night, whether it's friends or your spouse. But in my case, I'm using my spouse as an example. So you can't always necessarily resolve it right then and there. So sometimes you have to apologize and come to a resolution later. But I have found personally that if I go to bed, I'm trying to go to bed, and there is some conflict between my wife and I, whether it's something I said, something we did, whatever, then I don't know about you guys, but I cannot sleep. And for me, sleep is important because I use my brain a lot during the day, and I can't focus when my wife and I are not in sync. And I don't know if that's like you for anybody else, but that happens to me, and I just can't focus, and my whole day's shot, the whole bit. So it's important to me that my wife and I are in sync, and that we are in a state of love and happiness between each other. Yes, it doesn't always happen, but for the most part, I pray that it does happen. But anyway, so we are to forgive as Christ would forgive, and I would encourage you guys today to forgive those who have hurt you, who repeatedly hurt you, repeatedly wrong you, and if they apologize and ask for your forgiveness, then we are obligated to forgive them and move on, and act as though it never happened, or it's not going to happen again. Be encouraged today, guys. Forgive other people. They will mess up. They are humans. It's going to happen, and they're going to keep messing up, and we are no different. Be different today, guys. Love you.